EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to British Columbia and the gleaming jewel that is Vancouver, Canada. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Snowhawks of Vancouver. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and short. But you look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Samuel. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Samuel escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Samuel, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 3rd down, Samuel. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake, Samuel. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Samuel, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He completes it to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Pacheco. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On Sunday.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Samuel quickly into the hands of Mims. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets into the 30-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
All the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Back to throw. Samuel. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, it looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Samuel. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on third down. Samuel. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Samuel sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
In motion right goes Sutton. On second down, it's Stevenson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Samuel. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Samuel. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll look to throw on third and goal. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Samuel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Throwing to start the drive. Samuel, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Samuel. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to throw. Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Samuel, and it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Samuel toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run.
And now off to the races down the right side. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Samuel, he'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Samuel. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. A handoff now for Pacheco. Shreds the tackle, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 58 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
15. Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Attack, attack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now a run with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 14-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll run with Pacheco. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off play action. Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the gun on third down, Samuel. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now they'll shift things around. On first down, Samuel. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Samuel flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Samuel, and he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Operating from the gun, Samuel. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Yellow.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Samuel. That is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing again. Samuel. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Samuel. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Yellow.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Vancouver, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.